Ladies and gentlemen, standing tall at a whopping 4 feet 7 inches of pure amphibious muscle, he's mean, he's angry, and he's just happy to be here. Quagsire is here, and he's ready to absolutely smash the opponent to smithereens. They said he couldn't do it. They said he was too slow. They said, sir, a Quagsire can't be a menace to society. He is too nice. Just look at that face. And you know what he did? He smiled. And then he body slammed the competition straight into the mud. So get ready to feel the quake from the depths of the Giotto, weighing in at a cool 165 pounds of pure power, Quagsire!
So this is like the opposite of what I was expecting. He benched Corviknight, which I guess fair if you had Blaziken. He benched Salamence, which I thought was really good into my team. But I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't really prep too hard for the Necrozma. And that is a very scary Pokemon. So I'm just going to lead my PK Thundurus. If he's Thundurus, it's a pretty good lead into his team. And we'll roll with that. Part of the reason why I'm also leading Thundurus is I kind of want to trade Thundurus 1-for-1 with that Rhydon, which is Terra Water. And the reason for it is once that Rhydon goes down, my Blaziken kind of just wins as long as I can get a Focus Energy off. I have Protect in order to be able to deal with the Lucky, assuming it's not like Speed Crab for like Max Speed Lucky. As Rhydon comes in, okay, I'll be able to get my big Grass Knot off early. I do know that this can be Lightning Rod, which is part of why I'm not Volt switching here. So I'm just going to Grass Knot and trade 1-for-1. I'm fine with this trade. This is a very favorable trade for me if he gives me this. This is your only Blaziken check. He's going to give me this. That's huge. That is really big. I mean, yeah, Thundurus is a pretty big threat into his team, but... yeah, actually, wait. Oh yeah, I benched... shoot. I forgot that I benched Greninja because I wasn't able to generate it again, so that actually might be an issue. Does nothing. Stealth Rock, yeah, I have no Hulucha this week, fair. And so now this is checked sufficiently. Do want to preserve this. I am Boots, and this is pretty good into him. I do have the trip that I need, so I am going to U-turn here. So Thundurus comes out. I'm going to preserve Thundurus for another day. And yeah, Seal's pretty free. If we use Stone Edge, I should be able to take it, and I can just Grass Knot the turn after. Yeah. And Eel doesn't really do a whole lot here. It's named I Hate Gren. It's because the only reason Eel is here is that I wasn't able to generate Greninja, which I really want to bring to this matchup. As the Ice Punches does nothing, and I'm just going to Grass Knot you. Yeah, if you've seen some of my previous games, you know that I've been like a little bit frustrated with using Greninja. Is because I keep on wanting to bring Battle Bond Greninja to games, but I'm not able to. Is because the process for generating a Battle Bond Greninja is really weird. So you live, Stone Edge, you hit. It's gonna do a decent amount, but that's fine. We only wanted chip on this. So this is a really good opening for us. And actually ideal here is you go Ninetales and get up your screens. Is because we're running Focus Energy Blaziken. So we're going to be able to go past those screens with our overheats. And with Rhydon gone, you don't really have a good fire switch on. So our Blaziken is looking very good here, as long as we can create an opportunity to get our Focus Energy off. Which, if you go Ninetales here, that will give us the opportunity to get Focus Energy. So, come on, go Ninetales and set screens. That's like the ideal situation for me. I don't think you're going to, but we'll see. My guess is you probably just take me out. It's because, I mean, Eel is kind of a threat into the team that they brought. So you're going to think about this for a while. Fortunately, we're running Protect on the Blaziken, so we should be able to deal with that Alecki, assuming it's modest or something. So Fekren comes in, yeah, fair enough. I don't really have a Ghost Switch, and it's because Gren benched, haha. I mean, the Malignant Stream is going to take me out. So is a Shadow Ball. but I'm okay with Eo going down here. If it's not offensive, I might actually take it, but I think it's going to be, yeah, no. I don't take it. So Eel goes down, but I got what I wanted out of Eel this week. Yeah, I do like this play. It does create a situation where that Ogerpon becomes a little bit of a bigger issue, but I do like the idea of tripping down this Pekron if I'm able to trip it down. Can't Electroshot, but... Oh, do I? Is there a reason not to Electroshot here? Not really. So I am going to Electroshock. You didn't bring the Settlements, and you didn't bring your fast fighting type. You didn't bring the Infernape, so I don't have to worry about Infernape preventing me after. Electroshock probably doesnn't take this out because, you know, Pekarant is a very, very bulky Pokemon. You may actually preserve the Pekarant here in order to check Blaziken. But what you don't know is that I am a funny Focus Energy Blaziken. So the Pekarant isn't going to be able to wall me at all. You stay on a Shadow Ball. That's a very speedy Pekarant. Is that going to be Specs? No, it's not Specs. You get our Stamina boost. Electroshock probably isn't going to take this out, but it's going to do a decent amount. Let's see. How much of a def did you run into this? Am I going to mess? No, please don't mess. Electroshot. Does a large chunk. And I just Flash Cannon here. This Pekarant is basically out of the game right now. I mean, our Troldon is also out of the game, which creates a situation where that Ogre's very scary. But should be fine. Parting Shot. What are you going to Parting Shot into? What's you switching from it? Ogre? Why would you go Ogre on a Draco? I don't know. That was kind of a weird play. I mean, I guess if you're really paranoid about like a banned Blaziken, but your Pekarant's chipped and something's gonna have to take a large chunk. Fine, a Crossman's gonna take a very large chunk from the Splash Cannon. I can do Draco. Yes, your Draco will take you out. I mean, if you're some like DD physical, I do take the hit. I see your Morning Sun. So this is like some very defensive thing. So that takes all that chip. Can Electroshot on the Morning Sun, honestly. Which I think I'm gonna do. Yeah. This is a very defensive Necrozma. Well, actually, it might not be that defensive, but... So we're getting the Electroshot off. Probably should have just spammed Flash Cannons. I did know there was a possibility this would be Morning Sun, but when I saw the screens, I thought it was going to be DD. Do we see a DD here? Maybe. Yeah, we do see a Dragonass here. Fair enough. I mean, can this touch my Quagsire? Probably not. Tire is Roar. This is counter. But if this gets shipped, the issue with letting Quagsire take this chip is it creates a situation where if it is a Specs Lucky, I'm in a lot of trouble. You Dragon this again. It's kind of crazy if I have a Quagsire. I do have like Roar Pokemon. Guess I go Suicune. Ward this out. I mean, he didn't bring the Pokemon that I really need Suicune to check since he didn't bring the Infernape. I should take one hit from this. You're probably gonna Morning Sun anyways. Yeah, you do Morning Sun. Okay. Does this Morning Sun DD? Oh, right. That's why he's doing this. He has... Right, this gets a move that ignores abilities. So he's able to ignore Unaware. So if this actually one-shots me, I might be in a lot of trouble. I don't think it should though. I'm like a max defense Suicune. Probably should have went out into this Suicune earlier. Photon Geyser. As long as this doesn't one-shot, I'm okay. Doesn't one-shot because, you know, Suicune, very defensive. Get the Roar off. And you're forced out. Not really what I wanted to see. Ogre. I don't have good Ogre checks. I mean, my Thunderous is boots, so it does take the hit, but it's not going to appreciate the hit. Sludge Bomb probably doesn't take out Ogres, because Ogre's fairly bulky, but we'll see. I just really have to try to create an opportunity for my Blaziken to get a focus energy off. It's because things are sufficiently chipped to where overheats will be able to like just one-shot everything, but it's just a matter of creating that opportunity at this point, which is much easier said than done. So I go PK Thunder. Horn Leech does nothing. And I'm just going to Volt Switch. I can Sludge Bomb, but I don't think Sludge Bomb's going to kill, and I kind of want to keep this alive is because this is my only fast threat, is because I was forced to bench Greninja, which I will be salty about for basically the entirety of this game. So you're going to think about this for a while. Obviously, you know that this can potentially be running the Sludge Wave. If you do Withdraw, who do you go out into? If you go out into Ninetales, I'm going to Focus Energy. Laxus. Lucky. Okay, fair enough. Quagsire can basically 1v1 this pretty well. Did a decent amount. Should I EQ? Or not? So, I'm just gonna go for my rocks to get that kind of residual chip. Maybe I should have EQ'd in the off chance he stays in Terrablast, but I don't know. Something tells me we're probably going to see Ninetales come out here. Maybe he brings in Necrozma out, but I don't know. Necrozma's like a little bit of a weird play in this situation. I can potentially be running status moves on my Quagsire, which I'm not this week because I'm counter, is because I was paranoid about that Elements, but... Friend. Who's that? Ogre. Okay, fair enough. I do have the counter on this, so I can just counter this turn. Which I think I'm going to do. I don't really have a good switch in for this. So counter we go. I'm Rindo, so I'll be able to take the Horn Leech. And you might actually go for the Cudgel, because I went out into Thunderous last time. Really regret not running Toxic Spikes on this, but it's fine. We'll play around it. Attack me. You know you want to attack me. This is a Quagsire. This is like the main lucky trick. Trailblaze. That's perfect. We're going to be able to eat that even better, and counter's going to take this out. Did that just... crit? Oh my god. My luck today has been absolutely horrible. Yeah. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I have just... RNG has absolutely hated me these past couple games. Yeah, that would have been a huge counter. That would have been a dead Ogre. Now this could go for superpower, and not a whole lot I can do. Yeah. Superpower. Gonna be a dead Archaldon, and... from there, I am in a really bad spot. I don't have Thunder Wave on my Thunderous this week. Suicune probably doesn't take a hit. So that's game. I'm gonna Roar in case you overpredict, but I think this is over. That crit, that crit. If his counter would have killed that Ogerpon. And from there, I think there were potential ways I can win with my Blaziken if I was able to get an opportunity with it. Which is easier said than done, but it would have still been a game. So you're going to think about this for a while. I mean, Trailblaze probably is your play here. So you're thinking about this for a very long time. So what are you going to do? Are you going to switch? Oh, you Horn Leech. That's going to take me out. Yep, good game. Nothing can really do about that. That crit on Quagsire was brutal. Hope I can kill. And hope he doesn't kill me back. Kind of copium. Some days you just have days where the Mons are gonna Mon. I was thinking about this for a while, but I mean, you have no reason not to cudgel and just take your kill. Oh, I live. Interesting. Well, I think it's over anyways. Yeah, it's over. Unless Blaziken somehow lives a hit, there's no way I win this game. And even if Blaziken lives a hit, I don't think I win this. I mean, I think I have some bulk kit, but you have to focus energy and hope for the best. So our first loss on the season, but fortunately we're in a situation where we can afford losses. We have a very good record, but just a very frustrating way to go down. Cudgel, are you gonna kill? Yeah, it kills. So good game. See you guys in our next match.